for me, this is a spectacular track. I hadn't been here until you guys started your event a couple years ago. Living in Colorado, most of the tracks we race on are West Coast tracks because they're just easier to get to. This is an amazingly beautiful, historic track, and it's really a driver's track. It's got some very technical sections that really reward you if you're willing to, get it, push it a bit. And it's a beautiful, beautiful track.
Can you give us a synopsis of what it's like to see these cars on the track? Does it ever get old for you?
Well, what I enjoy are really two things. One, you want to keep the cars alive in the world, so we love it when they're out doing their thing. The second thing is to introduce people who aren't familiar with the car to the experience of driving it. So having you drive it, having Jeff Swart drive the car, having Patrick Long drive the car, people with varying backgrounds and experience, nevertheless, all take something different from the experience, and listening to their reaction is infinitely fascinating because it is so different for each person.
Well, I can tell you, I raced Pikes Peak this year and Indianapolis, and this trumps both those experiences. And I'm not being...
Well, you're very kind.
I think what's fun for me is being on the Ingram's home turf and being able to come over to the RoadScholar building before we even get here, run through the cars with Cam and the team, develop an even deeper appreciation for the mechanicals, and I find that time provides me with the confidence to get out here and drive these cars the way they should be driven. And second year on the track, so in my mind's eye I can kind of go through the track before I even get here. So this year was more enjoyable because I was more relaxed this year. I'm so thankful for all my friends at RoadScholars who've really made it all possible. And I'm thankful for the new friends I'm making here who share the passion for the cars, including the pro drivers who are very generous with their time. And so it's just been a fantastic day and a fantastic trip.
The quality of the cars this year are unbelievable, and the fact is, I think you've done a great job with putting the new stuff together, the old stuff together. We've all got great cars, we're respectful of the cars, and the driving's been fun, but it's the camaraderie that I love. It's just a special group.
Driving the 904 here this weekend, What's your impression of a car like this out on a track like VIR?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I was fortunate enough to drive it a few times in the mid-90s, and the car was not sorted, or was carburation problems, gearbox problems, and not a lot of fun. Just tried to get around and survive, basically. With the car sorted the way it is, with this 906 engine in it, I mean, it's fantastic. It's doing everything right. Really quite an incredible car. I mean, I would say not really 911-esque. It's different.
More immediate in the feedback.
Yeah, it's a little more immediate. You turn it in and it's got some lean, and you think it's going to go more, and it doesn't. It just kind of sets itself and stays there. So it's a very confidence-building car. I feel like every lap it's like an old friend. It's just telling you, okay, you can do this, you can do that.
Hello, my name is Pedro Vela from the Revs Institute, and we are here today at VIR with some of our cars. I personally am a restoration specialist at Revs. I take care of the cars, travel with them, do research for the cars, and present them to the public at different shows and events. And sometimes I'm lucky enough to drive them at certain events as well. Today here at VIR, we brought up 5 different cars. Behind me is a 908-3. It's a car that was 1971, aluminum two-frame chassis that was built for short tracks at Targa Florio and Nürburgring. We also brought a Porsche RS61. We brought a Porsche Elva, a Lancia D50 from 1954, which is a Grand Prix car from that era. And then we brought a Corvette Grand Sport. For us, it's amazing to come to events like this because it's a chance to exercise a lot of the cars from the collection, bring them out, run them through the paces, through their new cycles, but most importantly, sharing with the people, and express that passion about cars. and our motto is preserving the future for the past. So we specialize in preserving cars and conserving them. But it's not only the cars, but preserving this this lifestyle that we all like, and preserving it for the past, for the future, for future people that get to see these cars and experience them. So it's amazing for us to be able to come out here to these events, bring the cars out, share them with people, hear the noise, the smell, and enjoy it and put a smile on everybody's face. So no, it's a pleasure to be here.